Last week was the debut of a podcast produced in Fort Collins that unfortunately many of us can relate to. It's about death and grief. The podcast is done in an unexpected way. Colin Riley with Scripps News Group in Denver reports that the first episode coincides with a day of deep meaning for the host.
This would be his 30th birthday, which is really, really hard to believe. Weird.
In 2017, Gabriel Lockery lost his life after an accidental overdose.
It is a very significant day.
Just weeks before his 22nd birthday, his sudden death stunned his mother, Sarah, and his sister, Abby.
He was definitely like the biggest softie.
Consumed by grief, Sarah and Abby found a way forward by asking for help at Three Hopeful Hearts, a Fort Collins nonprofit that focuses on supporting those who have lost a child.
People who could just be an outside source that could listen and not know exactly what it was like to be grieving Gabe, but know how to get through grief.
Now, Sarah is an executive director at the nonprofit. She's also the host of its very first podcast called Resting Grief Face.
We want to reach an audience that might not be as comfortable or familiar with grief as we are.
The first episode debuted on what would have been Gabe's 30th birthday and aims to spread grief awareness while also spreading joy.
This first episode was just a way to introduce something kind of funny and silly, but also the heavy subject of grief.
Humor is a big part of Sarah and Abby's grief journey, a journey they say never ends, but gets easier.
And I realized I miss talking about my brother, and it doesn't always have to be talking about how sad I am to be without him. Sometimes it's just happy childhood memories or a funny thing that happened. I could be sitting there crying and he'd be like, I'd turn around and he's mooning me or something.
Not too long ago, I was just thinking about him and thinking, I wish I had a sign that he was just somewhere doing amazing. And I looked at the clouds and I am dead serious. It was a butt. It made a butt.
Sarah and Abby recognize that everyone grieves differently. Yet, when we ask for and offer support, our community gets stronger.
There's a lot of commonality in grief.
In Fort Collins.
Reach out for help. People want to help. They really do. They just don't always know how.
Colin Riley for Denver 7.